Yesterday we completed the primary cost element manual creation and automatic creation. Yesterday we completed the primary cost element manual creation and automatic creation. Next one, secondary cost element creation. Secondary cost element creation. Next one, secondary cost element creation. Secondary cost element creation. Secondary cost element creation. Manual, automatic, manual, automatic. Manual, automatic. Secondary cost element creation. Secondary cost element creation. So secondary cost element belongs to only controlling, right? No FI. That's why secondary cost element also we can create manually. Also we can create automatically. Okay. Here earlier we created primary cost element FI level, but here we don't have any option to create in FI level. That's why manual creation, no FI. At CO level, manual creation, use the transaction KA06. Use the transaction KA06. Automatic also, no FI, only CO level. Follow the same process. Follow the same process. Follow the same process. This is not recommendable. Automatic creation is not recommendable. I will tell you why. Okay. First I will create manually. Okay. First I will create manually. Please note down how many categories we have. 5, not 4. How many categories we have? 5 categories we have. Secondary cost element, we have 5 categories. Okay, we have 5 categories. You can note down. Secondary cost elements, we have 5 categories. Secondary cost elements, we have 5 categories. Please note down. Generally, companies are following. Generally, companies are following 7 or 8 or 9-digit code. Generally, companies are following 7 or 8 or 9-digit secondary cost element code. 7 or 8 or 9 secondary cost element code. Secondary cost element code. And first digit first digit for simple identification purpose. First digit for simple identification purpose, companies are following number 8 or 9. Number 8 or 9. And second and third digit. Second and third digit using for category code. Using for category code. For simple identification. For simple identification. Example. Observe. Observe. Each secondary cost element category wise. Each secondary cost element category wise. Cost elements. Sir, what will be the first digit? 7 or no, it is a 7-digit, 8-digit, 9-digit code. Okay, that means 1111. The 7-digit code, 8-digit code, 9-digit code. What will be the first digit? 8 or 9. Example, I am using 9. First digit I am using 9. What is the next digit? Second and third digit we are following the category. Okay, category 21 case 21, 31 case 31, 41 case 41, okay, 43 case 43, okay, remaining other category. Second and third digit we are following the category for simple category wise identification. How many digits? You can maintain either 7 or 8 or 9 digit. Example, I am following 8-digit code. That means 921 5 zeros. 921 5 zeros to 921 5 nines, right? This is my 21 number ranges. 21 category number range, and 31 931 5 zeros to 931 5 nines, right? 941 5 zeros to 941 5 nines. 942 5 zeros to 942 5 nines. 943 5 zeros to 943 5 nines. Right, sir? Create below important secondary cost elements. 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 First one, internal settlement. Internal settlement. Order to COPA. Order to COPA. Projects to COPA. Internal settlement. Next one, WIP results analysis. WIP results analysis. WIP material. WIP materials. WIP DOH. Direct overheads, DOH. WIP IOH. WIP DOH. WIP IOH. Material IOH. Admin IOH. Material IOH. Admin IOH. Indirect overheads. Material indirect overheads. Admin indirect overheads. Ninth one, cost center to cost center. Cost center to cost center allocation. Cost center to COPA allocation. Cost center to cost center allocation. Cost center to COPA allocation. Cleaning cost. Labor cost. Labor cost DOH. This is DOH. This is DOH. Machine cost DOH. These many required for complete controlling. These many secondary cost elements required for controlling. 13 secondary cast elements. Right? So everything I will create manually. Suggestible, recommendable option is manual creation. Recommendable option is secondary cast element creation at manual. Okay, manual. What is the transaction code? KA06. Primary cast element creation transaction code is KA01. KA01. Secondary KA06. KA06. Okay, one by one I will create KA06. Path, same path sir, no changes. SAP menu, accounting, controlling. SAP menu, accounting, controlling. Cost element accounting. SAP menu, accounting, controlling. Cost element accounting, master data, cost element, master data, cost element, individual processing, KA06, create a secondary cost element, individual processing, KA06, create a secondary cost element. Create secondary cost element. So you can note down this numbers also. 1 this is, and this is note down these numbers. For sequence purpose, I am skipping first number 1 and 2. Here also 1 and 2. Here 1, 2, 3. Sequence purpose, I am skipping the first number. All zeros number I am skipping. Following, right? Okay. This number. Cost element 921 00000 921. I am using the 8-digit number. 8-digit number. 921 00 5 zeros 00000. valid from 01/04/2022, valid from 01/04/2022 to 31/12/999, 31/12/999. Enter, enter. Sir, everything same, sir. Remaining complete details here except cost element category. Remaining other fields same as primary, no differences. Only difference is category. Okay. Name, name, internal settlement, internal settlement, order to COPA. Internal settlement, order to COPA. What is the category, sir? See here, we have total 9 categories, but we discussed only 5 because 21, 31, 41, 42, 43 important categories. Remaining others are statistical, not required. Okay, that's why I skipped the remaining 5, 50, 51, 52, 61. Important categories are 21, 31, 41, 42, 43. Okay, ignore other categories. Okay, 21 internal settlement, 31 results analysis, 41 overheads, indirect overheads, 42 assessment, 43 internal activity allocation, direct overhead, direct overhead. Okay, what is suitable category for this element? 21. Select 21, save. Select 21, save. Similarly create others. Okay, similarly create others. No new things are here. Everything already we covered as part of primary. No new things. Click on save. On save. Next, second one, 921-00001. 921-00001, date same, 01/04/2022 to 31/12/999. Second element, enter name, enter name, internal settlement, PRJ, projects to COPA, same 21 category, 21, save. Next, 931-00000, okay, name, WIP results analysis, category 31, save. Next one, this is the one, name, WIP materials, save. WIP overheads, WIP indirect overheads, (941)0001 material IOH. What is the category? 41. Next to 2 admin overheads, 41 category. Right, sir? Simple, right, sir? Okay, same transaction, already you have everything. Okay, if you see this number itself, you can easily understand what is this number belongs to which category, right? Next one, 942 cost center to cost center allocation. This is 42 category, and 2, this is cost center to COPA, and the next one, 943-001 category 43, right? 43. Next one, labor cost, mission cost. Right? I created complete all cost elements. I created all cost elements. We can check this in KA23. Display all cost elements. Display all cost elements. Display all cost elements. KA23. KA23. All cost elements. All cost elements. Execute. All cost elements execute. Execute. Observe all primary as well as secondary cost elements. Observe all primary as well as secondary cost elements. Observe all primary as well as secondary cost elements. Observe all primary as well as secondary cost elements. See sir, here all primary as well as secondary cost elements. Everything, all cost elements. Okay. Next one, just observe. Notes also not required. Just observe. Secondary cost elements automatic creation. Secondary cost elements automatic creation. What is the first step? Create cost elements templates. What is the transaction? OKB2, right? OKB2, and chart of account is LGOC. Chart of account is LGOC. So these elements already be created, right? Delete all. Delete this combination. First we have to delete this combination. Delete existing combination. Save. Save. Next we have to maintain the templates for secondary cost elements, right? Example. Here this is my range. Example, this is my range. Here we don't have option to maintain the range 21 category. Okay. Okay. Here example 921 00002, 921 99999. This all number ranges belongs to category 21. Here secondary cost elements case system, it will not allow you to maintain the from to range. Okay, you have to follow only from number, individual number you have to maintain. Just to see what is the error, only maintain account from, not to account. Okay, that means you have to maintain each number individually. Each number individually. Instead of maintaining individual number here, okay, Aram say we will create manually. Okay, it will the like you have to do you have to put your efforts more if you use this option. That's why this option is not recommendable option. Okay, it will create more work. Okay, instead of less, automatic in the sense less work, right? We'll save the time if you use the automatic. But here opposite, if you use the automatic, then you have to put your efforts more compared to manual. That's why this option is not recommendable. Another one, forget about efforts. Another one, forget about from to. Another one, example I maintained here 10. Just observe sir, I will create 4, 5. Later I will delete this. Okay, 14. Here I maintain the 5 elements. All these 5 elements belongs to category 21, okay, category 31, category 41, category 42, category 42, 3. Sir, I am maintaining the same number. No confusion, right? Just I am maintaining the same number. Just to see here, press enter, save. Okay, templates are ready now. Templates are ready. Next one, we have to create batch input session, right? In OKB3. In OKB3, we have to create the batch input session. Okay. Here, PMSAP1, execute. Batch input session ready. Now, if you execute the batch input session in SM35, it will create the cast elements automatically. It will create the cast elements automatically. Okay, my cast elements are ready. You can check the cast elements in KA23. Only our observation here is, where is the number? Yeah, see here. So here we created these elements manually, right? And see the description. Internal settlement order to COPA. Internal settlement project to COPA. But here no text. Okay, it is not updated the proper text. Why? Because we created the automatically, and automatic case. Okay, each element description name it will adopt from category. Okay, if you create 100 elements, then it will all 100 elements it will adopt the text from category. Okay. Again, you have to go to change mode. You have to change the cast element name KA02. You have to change the name. You have to change the name. Every time you have to do this activity. You have to first thing, during the templates updation, we don't have to maintain the from to number. And the second one, after automatic creation, we have to change the description manually. Why? Because description it will update automatically from the category. Okay, you have to change. You have to go to change mode and change the description. Following, right? That's why this automatic option is not recommendable. We have the automatic option, okay, but automatic option is not recommendable. Secondary cast elements we will create manually. Okay, manually. Following, right? Any questions still here? No. I will delete them. Okay, I will delete them. AA24, right? Any idea what is the number? 10 to no? Execute. Deleted. Okay. If you check AA23, it was deleted. Here I am not seeing those elements 21, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Following, right? Yes. So till now we discussed primary and secondary in ECC process. Okay. Primary cost elements are FI, P&L, GL accounts. Secondary cost elements not linking to FI. Okay, we are creating only in CO. Only in CO. Secondary cost elements are not integrating in FI. This is only for controlling. Right? Please note down. ECC. ECC. In ECC version, primary cost elements are FI, P&L, GL accounts. Primary cost elements are FI, P&L, GL accounts, FI, P&L, GL accounts, and all FI, P&L, GL accounts, all FI, P&L, GL accounts, all FI, P&L, GL accounts, we have to create in controlling, as a primary cost element. We have to create in controlling as a primary cost element. Secondary cost elements are not integrating to FI module. Secondary cost elements are not integrating or not linking to finance module. Within CO, cost allocation purpose, we are using the secondary cost elements. Due to this gap, we need to process one of the month-end activity. Due to this gap, we need to process one of the month-end activity. Reconciliation between FI, reconciliation between FI to CO, okay. Next, S4 HANA. In S4 HANA, SAP changed the cost element setup. There is no cost elements in controlling. Cost elements also bring to FI now. Cost elements also bring to FI now. As part of GL account creation, In GL itself, control data tab, in GL itself, control data tab, SAP added the cost element category field. In control data tab, SAP added the cost element category field. SAP added the cost element category field. Due to this change, secondary cost elements also, due to this change, secondary cost elements also FI GL accounts now, FI GL accounts now, we have to maintain the GL account groups for secondary cost elements. We have to maintain the GL account groups for secondary cost elements, and based on account groups, we can create the secondary cost elements. We can create the secondary cost elements. We can create the secondary cost elements in transaction FS00 itself. In transaction FS00 itself. There is no cost element creation transactions. There is no separate cost element creation transactions. There is no separate cost elements creation transactions. KA01, KA06. KA01, KA06. Those transactions are absolute now. Those transactions are absolute, deleted. Those transactions are absolute now, deleted. Due to this change, earlier we have GL level P&L and balance sheet, P&L and balance sheet, P&L and balance sheet. Now P&L divided into different parts. Now P&L divided into different parts. P&L divided into different parts. One is non-cost element. One is non-cost element. One is non-cost element. Second one is primary cost element. One is non-cost element. Second one is primary cost element. Third one is secondary cost element. See here, sir. Earlier we have the GL level in type description tab. Just see this screenshot. Earlier we have, okay, earlier we have the, in FS00, we have the P&L account balance sheet option. Okay, P&L account and balance sheet option. Now this P&L divided into three separate parts. One is non-cost element, okay, non-cost element, primary cost element, secondary cost element. Okay, this option, account to type, primary cost element or revenue. Okay, next other option, secondary cost element. Other option is non-cost element, and the balance sheet remains same. Balance sheet remains same. Following, right? Once you selected the primary or secondary option, then in next control data tab level, it will update the cost element category. Here, it will update the cost element category. Okay. Here in down, we have the option cost element category. We have to select the primary case, primary option, secondary case, secondary categories here. Following, right? In case I don't want to create the cost element, then here account to type option, we have to select as a non-cost element, no cost element. Okay, I don't want to create the cost element. Okay, I want to create only P&L account, P&L GL account. That P&L GL account value, I don't want to post it to controlling module. Then select account to type as non-cost element option. Okay, if you want to create as a primary cost element, then select the primary option. If you want to create as a secondary cost element, then select secondary option. Right? Yeah. Due to this change, or continuous, if you want to create primary cost element, then select GL type as, primary cost or revenue, during the GL creation. Once GL type selected, once GL type is selected, in control data tab, it will update the, cost element category. It will update the cost element category. We have to select a suitable category. and we have to select a suitable category. Either 0, 1, categories are same, sir. 0, 1, 11, 0, 3, 12, 22. You can select any primary suitable category. Okay. In case of secondary GL creation, we have to select GL type. Secondary cost element. And in control data tab, select the suitable secondary cost element category. Select suitable secondary cost element category. 21, 31, 41, 42, 43. Sir, definition everything same. Only creation they changed. Okay. Creation they changed. If you don't want to create the cost element, in P&L GL account, if you don't want to create the cost element in P&L GL account, then during the GL creation, select GL type, then select GL type, non-cost element, in bracket. This option is applicable for all. Non-operating income and expenses. Non-operating income and expense accounts. Example, foreign currency unrealized loss, account and unrealized gain account. Foreign currency unrealized loss account and unrealized gain account. Unrealized loss and unrealized gain. Right, sir? Due to this change in S4HANA, SAP eliminated the month-end reconciliation between CO2FI. Month-end reconciliation between CO2FI. Why? Because now in S4HANA system, everything posting in real time Everything posting in real time. No need to perform any month-end reconciliation activity. No need to perform any month-end reconciliation activities. Right, sir? For eliminating this SAP structure, they changed completely. Okay. Earlier, as part of month end, we need to follow the month end process, reconciliation between CO to FI. To eliminate, delete this complete process, SAP changed the structure. Instead of secondary cost element creation setup within controlling, they changed this setup. They bring from controlling to finance now. Okay. Now, secondary cost elements also we have to create as a GL account values. It is posting finance as well as controlling. Okay, finance as well as controlling. Due to this, there is no reconciliation required. Everything it is posting finance as well as controlling module. Following, right? This is the one change. Okay, this is the one big change in S4 HANA. This is one big change in S4 HANA. Just get the access S4 HANA online access and try to create the general ledgers. Okay, try to create the general ledgers. Okay, only here already you are aware how to create the GL accounts, right? Same. Okay, maintain the secondary cost elements also account groups same as normal GL account groups, and select here account group as usual. Earlier it was a radio. Earlier also it is an option, right? What is a group? Either expenses, incomes, assets, liability. Same here. Account group option remains same. Only additional field instead of radio button, P&L balance sheet. Now they changed the P&L and balance sheet to account to type, GL account to type. GL account to type. Okay, earlier P&L we have, now P&L divided into three separate parts. Primary, secondary, no cost element. Okay, no cost element. And balance sheet remains same. Following, right? Yes. We completed the primary and secondary cost elements creation. Okay. And here change secondary side. Sir, I am explaining in ECC. Okay. Forget about the S4 HANA, first ECC. But only that is the change. Secondary cost element creation, we created FI level manually and controlling level manually primary cost element. But secondary cost element within the controlling we can create manual automatic, but recommendable option is manual only. Manual only. Addition to that, I explained S4 HANA process. Okay, S4 HANA process, secondary cost element we can create directly in FI GL account itself. There is no manual creation in controlling. There is no KA01, KA06 transactions. Those transactions are deleted. Okay, those transactions are not available in S4 HANA. Directly we can create the GL accounts, secondary cost elements directly in GL account itself, FS00. Okay, FS00. And changes, secondary cost element change is already we discussed the primary, right? If the data is not posted to cost element, then we can modify anything. We can modify anything. If you posted some values, either plan value or actual value, then you cannot modify anything other than description. Other than text, you cannot modify anything if data has already posted. Okay, GL level also same, sir. If GL account is this GL level already I posted some data. Okay, if you want to change some description, then we can change. We can change the description, right? But if you are changing something, example, this option, vendor to customer. I think looks like this data is not posted. I have not posted anything to this account. Looks like. Let me pick up some other account. 1 lakh. Okay, 1 lakh. Here you can change the GL description, but you cannot change the see example. I'm selecting this option, or instead of this I'm selecting balance sheet option. See, changing is not possible because data is already posted. Okay, this similar kind of issues, similar kind of errors, it will trigger if you are changing any option in cost element level. Okay, if data is already posted, then it will not allow you to change the options except to text. Okay, you can change the description anytime. Following, right? Yes. Next one is cost element groups. Creation of 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 cost element groups. You can note down the definition, group definition, sir. Group definition. Okay. Grouping of similar nature of cost elements. Grouping of similar nature of cost elements. We can create a cost element group. We can create a cost element group for cost elements group reporting, and configuration requirement We can create n number of cost element groups. We can create n number of cost element groups. But better to create the cost element group in hierarchy format. In hierarchy level, first we have to create the main hierarchy. Under main hierarchy, we can define multiple subgroups. Okay, observe below. Observe below. Just observe, sir. Just observe. LG total cost element group. Okay, this is total cost element group. Total cost elements group. Total cost elements group. This is total cost elements group. This is main hierarchy. This is main hierarchy. This is main hierarchy. This is main hierarchy. Under this hierarchy, okay, we can create the lower level groups. We can create the lower level groups. Example, here, this is total my cost elements. Okay, cost elements are, how many type of cost elements we have, sir? There are two type of cost elements, primary and secondary. Okay, if you want to view all your cost elements, then use this group for, okay, all your cost elements display purpose, reporting purpose. If you want to display all your cost elements, then use this group. Okay, under this group, I have two different cost elements. Okay, two different cost elements. Example, I want to see LG total primary cost elements. Total primary cost elements. This is my group. Okay, total primary cost elements. Total primary cost elements. Total primary cost elements group. Total primary cost elements group. Okay, this is my main group. This is my main group. Under this group, I have two subgroups. One is primary cost element group, and other one is secondary cost element group. And other one is LG total, yes, secondary cost element group. Total secondary cost element group. Total secondary cost element group. Under primary, sir, primary level, how many types we have? High level, we have two types. High level, we have two type of primary cost elements. One is expenses and other one is the income. Okay, one is expenses, other one is income. One is expenses, one is expense. Okay, LG total primary expense cost elements. Okay, total primary expenses cost elements group. Okay, primary expenses cost element group, and other one total incomes cost element group. Total primary incomes cost element group. Following, right? Total incomes cost element group. Sir, under expenses, I have different groups. I want to view different. Okay, my requirement, grouping requirement is, I want to view my administration separately. Expenses level, forget about categories. Okay, we have different expenses. We have different expenses. Example, I have LG underscore, okay, LG underscore admin ADMN or AD underscore CE. Okay, LG AD underscore CE admin. Okay, admin. Total admin expenses cost element group. Okay, admin expenses cost element group. And here assign cost elements. Assign cost elements. Assign cost elements. Example here, my cost elements are example 1 lakh. What is the series? One series, right? 1 lakh to 100, 199. These are all my admin expenses. Okay, my admin expenses. Next one. Administration. Next, production. PRD. Production. Total production expenses. Total production expenses group. Example, my production expenses are 100, 800 to 100, 899. Following, right? Okay, just I'm maintaining some numbers. Next one, my sales. Okay, I have sales expenses. SA. Okay, total sales expenses. Total sales expenses. Example, 100, 200 to 100, 299. 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 And similar I have marketing expenses. Okay, marketing expenses. Okay, example, marketing expenses are example, marketing expenses 100, 300 to 100, 399. Okay, 100, 399. And I have material expenses. Material expenses I have from 100, 400 to 100, 499. 100, 499. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can create n number of similarly. You can create n number of. No limitation here. Okay. Example, finally, other expenses. Other expenses. OTH. Total other expenses. Example, 100, 500 to 105 or 799, 100, 799, and 100, 900 to, what is that expenses ending series? To all nines. Following, right? Similarly, incomes, I have some incomes. I have some incomes. Okay. First one, sales income. Okay, sales income. Total sales income. Total sales income cost element group. Okay, this is, what is the series? 3 lakh to 300, 100, or some number, 300, 100. And next one, Next one, other income. Okay, other income. Other income. Other income. Other incomes group. Okay, other incomes group. Example 300, 1012, 300, or maximum number 459s. 459s. Following, right, sir? Next, secondary cost element. Okay, similarly, you can create a multiple groups, sir. Just I stopped two groups in income. You can create n number of. Okay, this is mainly used for the reporting purpose. Reporting purpose. If you want to view, if you have any other reporting requirement, I want to view my other income separately, miscellaneous income separately, non-operating income separately, operating income separately, then each your reporting requirement wise create separate group. Okay, cost element group. Sir, secondary cost element I will create category wise. Secondary cost element I will create category wise. I will create category wise. First one, LGS, LGS underscore INT, INT. Okay, INT total 21 internal settlement cost element group. What is the internal settlement cost element group number? 5 zeros to 921. Similarly, create others also. Similarly, create others also. Okay. 4 and 5. Okay. Here, this is INT, right? This is results analysis. RA, results analysis. Total 31 RA cost element group. Results analysis or WIP. Results analysis WIP cost element group. What is the number? 931. All zeros to 931. 5 nines. Okay, next one. IOH, IOH 931. Okay, IOH 41, sorry, 41 IOH cost element group. Here same 41, all zeros to 41, all nines. Right, sir? Next one, assessment, right? Assessment. This is 42 category. Okay, assessment or allocation cost element group. Allocation cost element group. What is the number? 942. 942. All zeros to 942. All nines. 5 nines. Next one. DOH. Right? DOH. 943. 943. DOH cost element group. Cost element 943. 5 zeros to 943. 5 nines. Okay. This is high level. If you want to view your 43 category elements, then you can check this group. If you want to view complete your secondary cost elements, then check this group. Following, right? Next one, if you want to check complete your primary, then use this group. Use this group. If you want to check complete your expenses, then use this group. If you want to check complete your incomes, then check this group. Following, right? Yes. Any questions are till here? If no, then please note down. complete structure. This is hierarchy design, sir. Hierarchy design. Chandan, are you there? Chandan, are you there? Any idea, sir, how to this arrow mark, how to link this option? Any idea? No? Okay, note down. As usual, I will follow my option then. Where it is? This is material. Material. This is marketing. This is production. This is other. So done, right? Note down incomes. Primary incomes. This is income. Completed, right? If completed, then I'm good, sir. I'm stopping here. Okay, I will create cost element groups in next session.